What's going on, everybody? Swamp Donkey here, back again with another video from Swampy's Hut. How you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, Swamp Donkey's here with a game that he's been playing for about 2.5 years now. It's called Gates of Survival. And here, I want to bring to you a new player's guide to kind of help anyone on the fence about thinking about playing, or if you just started playing and you're not really sure where to go, or if you're just looking for a cool new game to give it a shot. This is for you. So Gates of Survival, what is it? Well, it's a text-based skilling type idle game. There's a whole load of skills. There's quests, there's clans, there's shops, there's trading, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a pet system. There's all kinds of stuff in this game. So you can find Gates of Survival by following the link here, gatesofsurvival.com. I'll post it in the description. And all you have to do is click register to play, even here or down here. Now here's a few of the things that Gates of Survival offers. And we'll just list a couple. 33 skills, 6 quests, 64 monsters. And actually, I think that might be a little outdated. There may be more than that now. Bosses to fight. Look at equipment and armor. 1900 actions. Different things you can do. That's a lot. Now I did say it was text-based, but there are over 3,000 graphics in the game to just try to, give you a visualization of what you're doing. Blech, can I speak today? So anyways, guys, we'll just go over the home page here really briefly, and we'll get right in. Here's the About Us. Here's the Register to Play. You can click Log in to Game right here, or you can just manually plug in your stuff here once you've registered. Here you can get some information on the game, the backstory. Here's our affiliates and some contact information for the admin and such. Now, like I said, it's very easy to register. Once you're verified, you're good to go. So right here, I've got all my personal stuff already plugged in. So let's get right into the game. So up here, when you log in, this is your home screen. Okay, so you can see we have a game tip. There's some referral stuff here. So once you get established and you know what you're doing, if you know some buddies that want to play, send them a referral. Get you some free loot. Here's some updates to the game. Now the first thing you're going to notice when you start the game, just to kind of help you navigate, is you're going to have a toolbar to the left and your profile to the right. Your profile is going to have your name, some rake points, your HPs, your equipment, which you won't have any when you start, the stats of your equipment, some coin, and I believe you do start with some coin. It might be 10,000, but I'm not sure. But I tell you what, if you start and it's not 10,000, you contact Swamp Donkey, that's me, and I'll make up the difference. Hell, I'll give you an extra 1,000 on top of the difference. Here's your CAPTCHA and your pets information. We'll go over all this in a little more detail later on in the video. The first thing you want to do is notice that these toolbars will open up other toolbars. Here's the skilling one, here's locations, game options, so forth and so on. Just keep in mind there is a lot of options here, but don't get bogged down with them. It's easy to kind of lose your place and be like, get frustrated, forget it, like this is too much. It's not. Just watch this video and we're going to guide you through your beginning steps and to get you established. So the first thing we want to check out is the world map. That's the most important thing. Right now, the fighting grounds are very popular, so it's kind of highlighted as an area. Look at it, we have 26 different people doing it right now as I record this video. You can see that there's other items here, all of the skilling here. There's a marketplace here, so you can buy and sell things to and from the game. It's kind of like the economy, so forth and so on. And here's all of your other individual shops. Armor, weapons, banking, church, clan kingdom, so forth and so on. What I would suggest doing with your money is get you some cheap armor and cheap weaponry. Just something so that you can start with. Now that's not really to protect yourself from other players, because right now there's not really any PvP that I know of. It could come though. I'm not saying it's never going to happen. I'm just saying as of right now, to my knowledge, it doesn't exist. But for the fighting grounds, it's an easy way to make some gold, and some of the monsters drop loot. So you can get free items to then sell back to the game to then make more money. So it's kind of like getting money on top of money. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, the most important thing that the biggest part of the game is skilling, obviously. I mean, look at all these skills. There's 33 different skills. I could probably count them all, but I don't know if I can count that high. But anyways, there's a lot of awesome skills, but you can't start on most of these without going to the quest tower. So let's go to the quest tower real quick. You can see that the game loads very fast. We have a good server. We have good licenses that just give us the pathways that we need. It rarely gets bogged down. It's a fast loading game. So that being said, here are several quests that I completed quite a while ago. Like I said, I've been playing this game for 2.5 years, and I started it about a week after it launched. So I'm one of the OGs. That's right, OG. So anyways, here's the quest, miner's request. This is one you have to do in order to unlock mining. Here's checklist. I'm not sure what this one unlocks in next of kin. I just can't remember. It's been a long time since I've done it. And here's even a couple of quests that I haven't done yet. So in a separate video, what I'll do is I'll make a video for this quest and a separate video for this quest. Maybe, if I get the approval. But the most important quest that you want to start with is right here, Rowan the Forger. What this does is this unlocks all your starting skilling items. And almost every skill in the game has a tool that you need to do the skill. So let's think about it. If you were going to go fishing, what tool would you need? A fishing pole. If you were going to go in the woods and cut down a tree, you would need an axe. So forth and so on. This quest right here gives you those items, so that way you can begin skilling. And then as you skill, it will slowly give you better and better items automatically. You don't have to do anything. How awesome is that? So that's pretty much skilling in a nutshell. I mean questing. My apologies. There's not a lot right now, but they do take suggestions for new quests. So if you like to write, if you're creative, you want to submit something, hey man, this is a great community. And we're always open for advice, input, creativeness, just whatever. It's a really good community. So let's go back over here to the toolbar and we'll start at the top. Here's the skilling locations. You can access any of the skills very quickly here without going to the world map. So basically it saves you a click. But if you want the visual gratification of say, hey, I want to go to mining and I want to see the ore, then you click mining and you go to that ore. Now we'll do skilling a little bit more in depth later on in this video, but for right now I just want to kind of make it through this toolbar. Over here is the miscellaneous locations. All of these are all of these right here. So again, it just saves you from going here. You might think it's redundant, but I like that there's options. It just gives you choices of how you want to navigate the game, what you get comfortable with, so forth and so on. Right here are the game options. This is where you can view your inventory. You can organize all your pets and your weapons and armor and things like that. Right here with the equipment and pets, that's where you can organize all of that. Your inventory is going to contain like your skilling items that you acquire. Like let's say you go fishing and you catch a whole bunch of sardines, or you cut a whole bunch of oak logs. That's where you would find them in here. Now with your equipment and pets, you can keep them organized, you can sell, you can repair, you can do all kinds of stuff just like that. Here are news updates to the game, like the one we saw on the home page. So that's where you can go to see past news updates. Here's where you can do your game settings, your game support, help and inquiries, and there's probably, if you have a question, it's probably been asked before. So check out the FAQ and view the wiki. We have a really good wiki that also contains several guides to help new players get started in the game. Here's buy gems and membership. We'll go ahead and go into this real quick. Now gems are how we kind of support the game. people buy gems to support the game's costs. So you can see right here, there's game costs. We're not going to really go into it. You can see it for yourself. And you can see what we've raised and what we needed to raise. Now the goal here is to always obviously meet the deadline, or the what we need to keep the game open, and we usually always do that. Now what do you get with gems? Gems are good for selling. They're good for boosting yourself. They're good for buying pets and things like that. They're really awesome. You can boost in the game so that the whole game gets a boost, or you can put them just into yourself so that way you can do certain things better in the game. We'll get into more of that in another video. We're not going to go into great detail with this one. You can see our partners here and the links involved. Here's where you can purchase gems with PayPal. You can purchase memberships with gems. We'll click on that now. Now memberships, the biggest thing they do is they reduce your skilling timer, which we'll discuss more when we go back to skilling in this video. But I believe that the current skilling base is around 15 seconds. So when you're a membership, you get it reduced to 10 seconds. That's a 33% reduction. And 100 gems is not very much. Now right now, currently, I'm a lifetime member. I took the plunge, I went for it. And if you go up here to the top of the page, under membership benefits, you can see how many days you have left. I've got almost 1 million. And god dang it, I'm going to use every single one of those days. So, you also get other things when you purchase higher levels of memberships. You get boost tokens, you get captcha tokens, you get 3 free pets or 2 free pets or pet candies. It just depends on what level you want to go to. So look at these carefully before you make your decision. But if I could recommend anything, if you like these games and you're the type of person that can play a game for a while, because this game doesn't take very long to play every day, it's not going to soak up a ton of your time, and you think you're going to stick with it, just go with the lifetime membership. It's the easiest way to get deep-seated into the game. And no, I do not get a commission, so I'm not really a salesman here. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. Okay? So here's where you can purchase boosts for the game to double, triple, even do a decuple, a decuple experience bonus for a certain amount of hours. And here you can deposit gems to those boost polls. It's kind of the same thing, but everybody comes together to do it. Here you can purchase personal items, you can check out contests and things like that. You can also use gems to boost yourself. Now in a separate video we'll go over auras, because I probably could make a whole video based off of auras and a few of these other things by itself. So we'll do a gem video coming up later. Right here is where we have our hourly bonus. Now I wish I wouldn't have claimed it, and I might even edit in a part here where I can show you what it looks like when you claim it. But really the only thing you need to know is that when you can claim this once an hour, and you get a little boost to all your auras, that's permanent. You get boost to, you get experience in every skill. Even if you've done them or not, you get a base number. I believe it's 8,000. So every time you claim this, you're going to get 8,000 experience in every skill. You'll also get some rank points, I believe, and some free coin. So do that. It's very important. And then after you've claimed your hourly bonus enough times, you will be able to claim the weekly bonus, which gets you a little bit more experience. I'm not sure if it gives you more coin or more rank points. We'll find that out. And then also, after you've claimed your weekly bonus 3 times, on the 4th time, you can claim your monthly bonus, which is then even greater experience. So look right here, like for my agility experience, for example. Every time I claim my monthly experience, I get a free 22 million experience. Or check out the cooking experience, a free 33 million experience. Now you might be like, man, that's a lot of experience. And it is. It does help. So keep up with these. They're very important to do, and it's just free resources you don't want to miss out on. Next, down on this toolbar, you can see that we have an active players list. Here you can view game updates. Now might be an important thing for you to go back and check a few levels behind just to make sure you're up to date with changes to the game. Here you can check suggestion boards. There's quite a bit of suggestions that's already been submitted, so let's check them out now. You can see right here that there's been 197 suggestions so far, and the last one was suggested by Miley's Wrecking Ball. That's pretty funny. Moving on, here's a very important button, Clear Game Top Page. So right here what this does is this clears out anything you were doing to kind of help you keep organized, because you can open several windows and you can just scroll all the way down and just keep going. Here's your private messages where you can send messages to and from people. You can get messages from your clans, and we'll go over clans in this video in a little bit. Not in great detail, just enough to get you started. That'll be a separate video. High scores, you can check out the high scores. So let's check out cooking, for example. Right here you can see the high scores in cooking. Frizzy Doodle is the highest one with 1 trillion experience. Oh my gosh. And here I am, Swamp Donkey, right here. I'm ranked 3rd. Now when you check out the highest scores, the highest score you're going to see is 1500, but that doesn't mean you have to stop the skill. You can keep going, as Frizzy Doodle has. You get bonuses for being in the top 3 of any skill. So get that goal, find a skill you like, and go for it. It doesn't take as long as you think. You can log out of the game here. Now, let's go back to skilling. Now, this is just going to be a basic overview of skilling. We are not going to go into great detail of skilling. So when you start skilling, you're only going to have one option here. So you can see right here, required level 1. So my suggestion would be to start agility. Why? Because the higher your agility is, the lower your skilling timer is. It slowly works that skilling timer down. Now I'm level 1005 in agility, and my skilling timer, I believe, is down by almost 1.5 seconds. Now you might be like, 1.5 seconds? That's not anything. But over the course of 10,000 skills or 100,000 skills, that's a lot of seconds that turn into minutes, that turn into hours, that can even turn into days. And since this is an idle-based game, you can kind of set it and forget it. So you're not here having to manually go through and do the 1.5 second savings. It just happens for you automatically. So you really don't have anything to lose by doing it, and you've got everything to gain. It's only going to help you level faster later on in the game. Now that's my personal recommendation. If there's an official recommendation, I would stick with agility. So how it works is you'll go right here and you'll see level 1 required. You'll see all this information, but you will not see use rope swing. What you will see is there'll be a text that will say you can use rope swing in 24 levels, because everyone starts at level 1. So you click on here, and what it does is it brings up a lot of useful information. Your level, your experience, your needed experience for the next level. So you can see that I need 631 million for the next level. You can see how many times I've done it. You remember when we were talking about attempts? I've done agility 364,000 times. And I'm a numbers guy, so these are really cool for me. I can see that I'm 90% successful. Now don't let this number intimidate you in the video. I'm doing the very first course, so I'm getting very, very low experience right now. If I were to go to the highest one and do it, you would see this number dramatically drop. And I'll show you an example in a little bit. You remember when we talked about your starting equipment? You can see that my starting equipment has already been upgraded to a plus 15 success chance. That's because I've done agility so many times, and it automatically comes to you. You don't have to do anything. So how this works is you have your timer bar here, and you may be like, Donkey, I thought you said that as a member it's a 10-second timer and you were down 1.5 seconds. So this should say 8.75 seconds, not 5.75 seconds. I know, but what we have down here are boosts. Boosts help you level faster, gain things faster, help your pets level faster, and one of them, without going into too much detail, is haste. Now what haste does is it cuts 3 seconds off of the action timer. So that saves you a ton of time when it's active. Right here, oh, well, I failed. I'm actually very shocked I failed on the first level. Well, let's keep going. So right here you can see that you have the how much experience you gain, how much luck you gain. I believe you gain a little bit of luck experience for almost every skill you go with. So we'll go into luck in another video when we do more of a in-depth skilling video. You can see right here I'm chaining actions together. The more I chain together, the higher the experience I get. So right here it's 142 experience, but when I actually complete the action, I get 1430. Now watch when I chain. Instead of 1430, I got 8664. Now watch the next one. Oh, I must have misclicked or something. But anyways, you can see it slowly going up. It was 1430, now it's 1472. That's a chain of 4. Let's see it. Chain of 5, it's 1486. And that just goes up and up throughout this whole thing. You can also see right there that there's a fate active. Now what that means is that there's 25 people or more working on a skill. So when you go over here to the world map, you can see how many people are working on a skill. So if you want to work on a skill where there's a fate going, then you can easily identify it here. Now what the fate means is that you have a better chance of passing that skill without failing, and you get more experience than normal. So it's a smart way to skill, to just, go with the crowd and skill up faster. Now here, even though I click somewhere else, you can see I'm still skilling right here. So this is where the clear game top page button comes into effect. It just helps you keep track of what you're doing. So you can see right here it says 803 minutes to level. Now for you, it's not going to be nearly that high at all, because you will be starting off and your experience requirements will be much lower to get to level 25 than it is for me. But if I go up here and I do the top course, you can see that in 9 minutes. So you see the difference there? You see how fast how much it dramatically cuts it? So that's skilling in a nutshell. We'll go into that and more of that in another detail. The other last thing I basically want to talk on with skilling is the CAPTCHA here. Now you remember when I said you can set it and forget it? That's true to a point. You can only skill for so long until your CAPTCHA expires. This is to stop botting. This is to make sure that every now and again you do need to check in with your computer, or with the game rather, and make sure that you're still a human and you're still actively playing. Now when you start off, this timer is not going to be as long as mine is. But I'm a very experienced player and I have a lot of levels and a lot of things that affect this number. This will be discussed in greater detail in the skilling video. Now we're going to abort agility because I don't really want to train it right now. And we're going to go to the Clan Kingdom. Now the Clan Kingdom is going to be the last thing we really discuss in this video. But the Clan Kingdom is very, very, very important to new members. What the Clan Kingdom is it's the place that houses all the clans. And what you do is you can come here and you'll get your selection of all the clans, so forth and so on. Now I'm already part of a clan, so I can't really apply for a clan right now. But if you were not part of a clan, you could apply for one. Now what I suggest doing is do your research, go out, talk to people. We have a very active community. Figure out what clan works for you. Try to find an active clan. You can see when clans were last active right here. So most of these are active within every couple days or so. There's an update to the clan through the admin. What you want to look for in a clan is just communication, structure, and possibly a Discord or some form of outside communication to where you can all stay together on the same page and organize stuff within the clan. You can see that I'm a part of the Fallen Angels. Right here I'm a general. Now there's several clans in the game. They go all the way down right here at level 3, and I believe you start at level 1, and right now the highest clan in the game is Lucky Day at level 22. We're trying to catch them as the Fallen Angels. But there's a lot of really good clans in the game. Honestly, to my knowledge, I don't know of any bad ones, but you just have to do your own research. Now, how you can meet some of these people, like GHC and myself, Oakland, Krypton, or Distort, or so forth and so on. Frizzy Doodle. I mean, how can you not love Frizzy Doodle? What a name, right? You can come down here to the right and click Open Player Chat. And when you click that, it'll bring up your chat, so that way it's not always clogging up your screen. If you want to close it, you just click Close Player Chat. Now you can see that there's all kinds of icons and things like that. When I do a clans video in more detail, we'll probably go into the chat as well and go over these icons. But all you need to know is they represent status symbols into the game. Now I'm going to demonstrate mine right now, just so you can see if I can spell. Check that out. I have a lifetime membership game. I'm rank 25 and I'm the Dark Knight. That's awesome. I guess the owner of the game updated that. That is awesome. I like it. That's really cool. But everyone kind of has their own symbol depending on their ranking in the game. You can see this guy here is rank 9, so he's not necessarily a new player, but he's not so experienced that he's not ranked 17. Now you can almost see that everyone has diamonds because everyone has donated a little bit to the game. You can see that some people have Iron Man accounts where it's just a different way to play. You got to make your own choice with that. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you play the game. I hope you give it a shot. And I hope to see you beyond the gates of survival.